There was a time when Thomas Edison, the inventor of the light bulb, hit a massive roadblock. He had failed over 1,000 times in his experiments. Most people would have given up, believing they had reached their limit. But Edison famously said, "I have not failed. I've just found 1,000 ways that won't work." This mindset allowed him to push through mental blocks and eventually succeed. We all face mental blocks, times when our minds feel stuck, our creativity dries up, or we just can't find a way forward. Whether it's struggling to complete a project, coming up with new ideas, or even making a tough decision, mental blocks can feel frustrating and overwhelming. But what if I told you that these blocks aren't permanent? That you can break through them with the right mindset and strategies. Let's dive into why mental blocks happen, real-life examples of overcoming them, and practical techniques to break free and get back into flow. Why do mental blocks happen? Mental blocks don't appear out of nowhere. They are often caused by overthinking, trying to be perfect and overanalyzing every step. Fear of failure, worrying too much about making mistakes. Mental fatigue, your brain is exhausted and needs a reset. Lack of clarity, not knowing what the next step should be. Emotional stress, anxiety or frustration clouding your thinking. J.K. Rowling. Before she became one of the world's most successful authors, J.K. Rowling faced endless rejection. She was a single mother, struggling financially, and battling depression. Her book, Harry Potter, was rejected 12 times by publishers. A major mental block she faced was self-doubt. Was she even good enough? Instead of quitting, she kept writing every day, focusing on small progress rather than instant success. Eventually, she broke through, and Harry Potter became a global phenomenon. Lesson: when self-doubt blocks you, don't focus on the end result, just focus on one small step each day. When Elon Musk started Tesla, everyone told him that electric cars would never work. The biggest mental block in the industry. Assumptions. Everyone assumed electric cars had to be slow, weak, and expensive. Musk broke through by using first principles thinking, breaking the problem down to its core components and rebuilding a solution from scratch. Today, Tesla is one of the most valuable car companies in the world. Lesson: if you're stuck in conventional thinking, ask yourself, what are the facts, and what are just assumptions? Now, let's get into practical ways to clear your mind and start thinking freely again. Step 1. Change your environment. Ever noticed how new ideas come to you when you're in the shower, taking a walk, or in a new place? That's because your brain thrives on novelty and movement. If you're stuck, stop forcing it, step away from your desk, go outside, or switch locations. Try this: the next time you hit a mental block, take a 10-minute walk or move to a different workspace. Step 2. Do a brain dump. A cluttered mind can't think clearly. When you feel mentally blocked, it often means your brain is overwhelmed. Dump everything onto paper, every thought, idea, and concern. This clears mental space and helps you see the next steps more clearly. Try this: grab a notebook and write non-stop for 5 minutes about your problem. Don't edit, just let your thoughts flow. Step 3. Use the 5-minute rule. One of the biggest causes of mental blocks is procrastination. We feel stuck, so we avoid starting. The trick: tell yourself, I'll just work on this for 5 minutes. Once you begin, your brain switches into focus mode, and you'll often keep going beyond 5 minutes. Try this: if you're stuck, set a timer for just 5 minutes and take the first small action. Step 4. Reverse the problem. Instead of thinking, how do I solve this? Try flipping the question. Instead of how do I make more money, ask how can I avoid losing money. Instead of how do I get more creative, ask what things kill creativity. This reverse thinking method shifts your perspective and helps unlock solutions you might have missed. Try this. Take your problem and write the opposite question, see what new ideas come up. Step 5. Take a break and let your subconscious work. Some of the world's greatest discoveries happened when people weren't actively thinking about the problem. Einstein played the violin when he got stuck on equations. Steve Jobs took long walks to clear his mind. When you give your brain a break, your subconscious mind continues working on the problem. Try this. Step away and do a totally different activity, meditate, listen to music, or take a nap. Let your brain breathe. Mental blocks are normal, they happen to everyone, even the most brilliant minds. But the difference between those who stay stuck and those who break through is how they handle it. Change your environment to reset your brain. Do a brain dump to clear mental clutter. Use the 5-minute rule to get started. Flip the question to reverse the problem. Take a break and let your subconscious work. Now, here's a challenge for you. What's one mental block you're struggling with right now? Comment below, and let's find a way to break through it together. Like if this helped you. Share with someone who needs a mental reset. Subscribe for more deep thinking strategies.